Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Bashar,
Yes?
I have been taking photographs of orbs for the last year.
Orbs, yes.
Yes, and I'd like to gain more insight and clarity from you about who
Oh,
they
all right.
are, why they're here.
Well,
what
there
is
are a
it?
variety of reasons. Generally speaking, you might call them nodes of consciousness. Some of them can be manipulated and utilized almost in the sense of probes to gather information. Do you understand?
Can you say more?
It is a manipulation of the idea of certain kinds of electromagnetic energies pitched at certain frequencies, so it can be remotely manipulated to gather intelligence and information about certain scenarios on your planet. Sometimes you will be sensitive to seeing them with your physical eyes, sometimes only your camera equipment will be capable of actually registering them at that frequency. But they are manipulations of electromagnetic energy consciousness at a certain pitch, in a certain pattern that allows them to remotely gather and send vibrational information. That is one way what you are experiencing is expressed. There are other ways as well that are similar to what I'm saying, but they're actually more self-directed rather than being directed remotely by others. In that sense, they are actually manifestations to some degree of intelligences outside your dimensionality that are capable of manifesting a part of their consciousness in your dimension through their focus and interest in your dimension. So they are still gathering information and learning and exploring, but they themselves, those orbs are themselves a representation of an actual intelligence rather than simply being remotely used by an intelligence. But the manifestation is similar as an interface between one dimension and another. Does that make sense?
It's starting to make sense. And so I'm wondering, are part of these orbs, could they be my guides? Can you show up as an orb in a camera?
I can and I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Are my guides? My understanding is that some of my guides are showing up.
Sometimes, yes.
Okay. And I'm noticing that they do show up more when there are a lot of people and when there's an energy of joy in the room. I'm noticing
Well,
that
that vibration is more conducive to the interdimensional interface becoming more crystallized in a way that you can perceive it. Mm-hmm. Because the more you match the frequency of the dimension that they may be coming from, the more you will be able to perceive the manifestation from that dimension. You're matching their frequency. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right,
and so I'm wondering if there's any way I can use them to serve me, to serve the planet. How can I
ask
be working?
them.
Okay.
Ask them.
Okay.
And see what you get.
Okay.
You can apply that question to the tools we have also shared with you today. When you use the spiral and go into the center, you can ask the question and see what you get, and then pay attention to your dreams as well, and the synchronicities in your life. Very often, please understand, all of you, when you ask questions of guides and other beings that might have connections to spirit dimensions or other frequency dimensions or domains, very often the answers you get will actually play out more likely in the synchronicities that occur in your life than in an actual voice in your head. Because the things that are going on in your reality, the props that are already in your reality, are already in front of you. They're already, shall we say, commanding your attention. So it's easier to deliver a message using the props that are already in front of your face than it is to divert your attention to something and some methodology that you're not used to getting. I'm not saying it can't happen, but the easier way often to deliver a message is when you're not really paying attention or looking for it, and just let the things in your life, in a sense, carry the information to you from the other dimension. It's easier to get your attention that way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that help you?
Yes, thank you. Just one more tweak.
Oh, tweak.
Yes.
All right.
The orbs show up on my camera all the time. They've started showing up for my mom, but I have other friends who have the exact same camera and they're not showing up on theirs. So how does...
Well, again, it has to do with frequency and vibration. I'm not saying every camera has the capability. It has to do also with the receptivity of the vibrational state you create in that encounter. Because remember, you and the camera are also moving into that state. Does that make sense?
Yes.
The camera is an extension of your senses. And if you are more synchronized or harmonized with the intelligence coming through from the other dimension, then you will take yourself and everything with you closer to that vibration. It will be easier in that sense to record that encounter. Do you follow?
Yes, thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Last night I had an encounter with an extraterrestrial who,
In what way?
when they spoke to me, they were actually singing in a very joyful manner, and I was feeling intense vibration.
Singing.
And what they said was, repeated several times, was Solo Han. And then said planet, and I kind of, in my mind, said contact, and they said yes, and then it was over.
All right.
So
They were using an archetypal symbol that you are used to in your reality that they knew would be easier to reach you through. You understand the name they gave you as it is represented in your science fiction mythology?
what I found with quick research was, I know what Solo meant. Han was a almost extinct language from the...
It has double meaning, but Han Solo is a character in your Star Wars mythology.
Yes.
And so they knew that because your mind was attuned to that, it would be easier to get you to recognize the transmission and what they were by using an archetype that you would identify with that kind of reality, as well as the other meanings that it has. These messages are never delivered with a single meaning. It's always multidimensional. So, Han Solo is representative of the character to get your attention on a certain level. Han also being representative of the multilingual idea, which represents multidimensionality, multi-intelligences, multi-expressions. And contact, meaning, yes, you are actually in contact with an intelligence, and we're, in that sense, able to let you know that by being able to activate the portions of your mind and your memories and your archetypal understandings that are tuned to our frequency more easily. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
It's simply like knowing what channel, what frequency your radio operates on and making sure that the message is sent on the same frequency. They stimulate those portions of your archetypal energy that will be able to perceive that they have been stimulated, that a message has been sent. Make sense?
Yes.
So, how did that feel?
Very amazing.
Oh, more amazing. Yes. Does that help you?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, at this time, we would like to take you through one short, final journey with regard to this information. So everyone become comfortable. Close your eyes if you wish. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Don't let it out. Don't let it out. Don't let it out. Now let it out. All right. Now, when I say the following words, one at a time, with each utterance, with each word, just let yourself and your imagination associate whatever feelings, sounds, colors, people, situations, ideas you wish. Just see what comes up for you. Whatever comes up for you, vibrationally, feeling-wise, picture-wise, when each of these words are said, will begin to give you a clue as to what belief systems you may hold in your core to be true, and will give you some material to work on. So, one at a time, just pay attention to what you get with the following words. Desire, Just let yourself observe the full spectrum of all your responses and reactions to the word desire. See what comes up. Desire. Desire. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Definition. 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 Take a deep breath in and let it out. Dedication. 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 Take a deep breath in and let it out. Detachment. 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 Take a deep breath in and let it out. As part of the overall tools, with everything else we have said this day of your time, when you are in the appropriate, creative, playful place to do so, in whatever way you wish, write these 4 words down and display them in your home or wherever you wish to remind you of your desire to define your dedication to detachment. No expectation, but allowance, allowance, allowance. Have fun with these exercises. The more fun you have with them, the faster they will expand. And the more you will recognize how much fun you deserve to have. Our unconditional love to you all. Good day.